All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about the psychology of spending, and more specifically, why that incredible deal you just snagged, yeah, that one, might actually be costing you way more than you realize. I mean, we've all been there, right? You get home after a massive shopping haul, just feeling on top of the world. You're practically glowing because you've just snatched up so many incredible deals. And then, someone you know, maybe a friend or your partner, hits you with this one simple but totally devastating question. You know the one that's about to pop that happy little bubble of yours. And bam, just like that, the whole mood changes. That triumphant feeling, gone. It gets replaced by this quiet, almost embarrassed little dodge. And believe it or not, that little moment right there, that's the key to everything we're about to unpack. Now, I know what you're thinking. Duh, if you spend money, you're not saving it. This is obvious. But hold on. The psychology of why our brains get this so completely backward is way deeper and honestly a lot more fascinating than you think. See, it's because what you're seeing, that giant flashing sale sign, that tempting percentage off, that's never, ever the full story. So today, we're going to go behind the obvious and figure out what's really happening inside our heads. Okay, first things first. Let's really break down this whole idea of a good deal. That feeling of saving money, it's super powerful, right? But how real is it actually? Okay, so here's the absolute key. Real, actual saving, it only happens when you spend less money on something you were already planning to buy, period. It's got to be something that was on your list before you saw the sale. And that leads to the million-dollar question you have to ask yourself, the one that separates real savings from that powerful illusion. If you're being totally honest with yourself and the answer is, not really, then you didn't save a dime. You just spent money. So, if our logical brain isn't running the show here, what is? Well, that's what we're getting into next. Let's look at exactly how our brains get hacked by a simple little discount.
See, a discount is so much more than just a lower price tag. It's a psychological weapon. It's designed to create a sense of urgency, to poke at that deep-seated fear of missing out, FOMO, and it completely rewires how you think in that moment.
It all starts with something like this. A big, bold number that just makes your brain light up. You see that and you immediately think value.
Then they layer on the pressure. Suddenly, there's a ticking clock. This amazing deal is not going to be here forever.
And for the final move, they hit you with this, the flash sale. They crank that pressure all the way up. The whole point is to make you act right now without giving you even a second to think it through. And this is where the magic happens, or the trick really. That little voice in your head, the logical one asking, do I actually need this? It gets completely shut down. It's drowned out by a much louder, more frantic voice that's screaming, but what if I miss out? Your brain literally switches from thinking about need to thinking about loss. So you might be wondering, did this all happen by accident? Is it just a happy coincidence for these businesses? Oh no, not even close. This is all part of a very deliberate, very well-tested playbook. It's basically a 3-step chain reaction, and it is brutally effective. Step 1, the discount creates that urgent feeling. Step 2, that urgency just completely short-circuits the logical part of your brain. And step 3, well, the second your thinking stops, your spending starts. It works almost every time. And this really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? You didn't save money. You just spent money more efficiently. You felt smart, you felt like you won. But really, you just became a super efficient shopper for them. Okay, so this all sounds a bit grim. How do you fight back against this? How do you take back control? Well, the good news is it's actually simpler than you think. It really just comes down to one little mental switch. And this is it. This is your secret weapon. The next time you see a sale, instead of asking, how much am I saving, ask yourself this. Would I buy this if it was full price? Be honest. If the answer is no, well, there's your answer. Walk away. You just beat the system. And that really gets to the heart of all of this. When you buy something on sale that you didn't really need, you're not actually paying for the item. You're paying for something else entirely. You are literally buying a product, and that product is the feeling of having saved money. And that feeling, my friends, is a product that stores have gotten very, very good at selling. And that is what's behind the obvious.